Hey there, 9to5ers, this is Rich. Blizzard's Heroes of the Storm is releasing to the public, and while there's a 30-minute tutorial, we wanted to offer up our top 10 tips for those new to the MOBA style of game. If you've got experience with League of Legends or Dota, commence your eye rolling. For everyone else, here we go! Number 10, and possibly the most important, is to have fun. There is no endgame, no story completion, no final boss. Eventually you'll be competing against others, with the only reward being the decimation of your foes. To that end, I'd recommend playing with friends, using voice chat if you can, or making new friends in the game. Also, experiment with characters. Start off with easy characters, and don't be afraid to switch things up when things get a bit stale. Which leads us to number 9, know your roles. Characters come in 4 distinct roles with a little bit of flavor to each character. The roles are warrior, support, assassin, and specialist. Your warriors are going to be your frontline tanks, support will often act as a healer, the assassins will be dealing massive burst damage, and the specialists, well, they'll be specialized at one of a few select tasks like scouting, taking down structures, minions, or capturing mercenary camps. Now let's get flashy with number 8, gold for gameplay. Each week there will be 5 different heroes that will be free to use. If you want to use a different hero, you will need to buy them with gold or real money. If you're familiar with Hearthstone, you'll be right at home. Each day you will receive a daily quest that you can complete for gold. Completing matches will give you gold, leveling your player profile will give you gold, and you will get gold as you level each character up to level 5. To that end, we recommend that you complete your daily quest while leveling each character to level 5. This should allow you to maximize your gold intake so that you can play more characters. Now let's actually get into the game with number 7, know your modes. Heroes of the Storm lets you experience MOBA gameplay in quite possibly the least confrontational way. There's an AI match mode that allows you to be on a team with humans or bots against a team of bots. It's a great way to learn a new character or kill 15 to 20 minutes. However, the AI is no scrub and can pull out a win against your team if you are not working together. Once you gain your footing, you can move on to quick matches against humans, which will earn you more experience and more gold per match. Beyond that is league play, where the true competition starts. Next up is number 6, and it's a big one, which is MOBA Basics. Nearly all MOBA gameplay is based on the concept of lanes and creep. When you look at the map, you'll see 3 lanes, and these are referenced as top, mid, and bottom. Some maps may have more or less. You also hear teammates say things like push top. This is the easy way to communicate where you want to attack or defend. At a minimum, you only need to defeat 1 lane to get to the opponent's core, but you will likely want to destroy structures and minions in all of the lanes. In addition to the lanes, each lane has what is affectionately called creep. These are little minions that spawn from your core and attack in waves against the enemy structures. You can usually tell who is winning each lane by whose creep is getting the furthest towards the opponent's core. Creep support, meaning they're helping you, is necessary when attacking enemy structures, as the towers will shoot the creep first rather than your hero. An enemy creep is delicious, as it is necessary to kill in order to gain experience. Which leads us to number 5, which is get experience. Experience is used to level up your character in a match, and will contribute outside the match to unlocking abilities and cosmetics for the character you used in the game. Killing minions and structures is a great way to gain experience. Killing other heroes is great as well, but can be much harder to do. This means a good early game strategy is to have at least 1 hero in each lane, killing creep, soaking up experience, because experience is team-wide. Now, in the spirit of teamwork, here's number 4, which is use the buddy system. When possible, stick to another friendly hero. There are a few characters that make great lone wolves for killing creep and structures by themselves. Neat. The rest, it's always better to be fighting together. Many characters have passive or active abilities that boost nearby friendlies. These are wasted if you are on your own. It's hard to take out an enemy hero on your own, but if you have 2 heroes that can burst at the same time, it's much easier. So 9to5 universally recommends you find a buddy that matches your playstyle and stick to them like glue. Now it's business time with number 3, goals and objectives. Every map has some mechanic that allows for you to gain a super weapon. Some are better than others, but all are important for winning. When you get good, you can decide if it's worth it to stop pushing a lane and head towards the objective. But for now, always fall back and go after the objective. For most objectives, you will want to make sure you have a friendly hero with you, so check the map and follow your teammates. If you get the chance to take over a super weapon and control it, just run towards the enemy core and start smashing everything in your way. It may not be the optimal usage of the super weapon, but you'll be doing better than most, and that's what counts. Alright, let's take a breather with number 2. Live to fight another day. If you die during the game, you'll get what amounts to a timeout. I believe it is based on team level. The higher the level, the longer the timeout. This means dying mid or late game can be extremely detrimental as you watch everything crumble from the sidelines. To avoid this, when your health or mana get low, you will want to retreat to the nearest healing fountain. Keep in mind that the healing fountain gives you a long, slow recovery over time, so don't just jump right back into the melee until you are ready. Healing fountains also have a cooldown, so don't expect to be able to use them back to back. Sometimes a healing fountain isn't enough. In this case, you will want to find a safe spot to hearth back to your core. Inside the safe zone, you will recover to full health and mana much faster. The downside is you are far removed from the front lines. However, this is a small price to pay for avoiding the long timeout. I'll note that hearthing can also be very strategic. It can be a much faster way to get back to, say, defending, or if you're getting out of a location like the mines. Alright, and let's push hard with number 1. Don't overextend. If you get greedy, you will likely die and be given that long timeout. Sometimes it's worth it to sacrifice yourself, but it's often not. So don't attack enemy towers, fortresses, and cores without creep support. Don't take on 2 heroes by yourself. Don't chase the retreating hero if it means overextending and dying yourself. Don't get stuck behind the enemy walls with no way out. Combine this with tip number 2 and you'll find yourself doing a meticulous game of cat and mouse. Do it better than your opponent, and you will see small victories snowball into large victories that will result in a glorious win. And there you have it, 9to5's top 10 tips for new players of Heroes of the Storm. This is Rich. Thanks for watching. If you found these helpful, click on Ready to join the team and leave a comment. We'd love to hear if you agree or disagree, or if you have any tips you'd like to share. Now, get back to work.